Welcome back to the Wicked Kitchen. I'm Evanna Lynch. I'm your guest baker today. You are invited into my kitchen today, Derek.
Oh, thank you so much, Evie. It's an honor to be in your kitchen.
Yes. And I mean, I was a bit dismayed when you said to me that you don't know how to bake.
Well, you know, it maybe that could have been an excuse to get you over here to show me how to bake, but we'll never know. I actually don't know how to bake.
I just can't really believe that you don't know how to, like, it's so
just
easy and fun.
Honestly,
And delicious.
it's like, it is delicious. I know, it's delicious, but I'm not like a super sweet tooth. I enjoy much more savory things. So when I do commit to eating something sweet, I will commit to the whole thing.
Okay.
And so I never actually took the time to learn how to bake, which, you know, as my mom, if I followed my mom, I should have done a lot more baking because it's an extra skill to learn. And you know, kids, we are always learning. So please teach me how to make this amazing cake.
Fabulous. So yeah, this cake, my mom has been making for me since I was young. I love cherries. I would eat this thing by itself.
Good.
So yeah, this is very easy. You just have to have your dry ingredients and there's some wet ingredients. And yeah, when I went vegan, I remember my mom was so upset that she couldn't like express her love via cakes because that's what Irish people do. And she thought she would never. She just like thought it was inconceivable that you could make a cake without eggs and without like butter and
like
milk.
most people with the whole vegan stuff. We've been showing all kinds of episodes of what you can do without animal products.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So the substitutes here are coconut oil instead of butter, and apple cider vinegar, which tastes disgusting by itself. Really good for you, but it's really nasty. That's like used because you don't have eggs, and like eggs have that quality of aeration, you know, where they can make it spongy. So that's what you use instead. And just like as many cherries as you can really fit in your hands. Just
even though you don't follow the recipe, you add more?
I do follow the recipe except for the cherries.
Okay.
Because they never do enough. Same with chocolate chips. That is bacon rule number one, I would
that's
say.
good to know because I always thought that when you bake, it's such a science. You have to have
Kind of, yeah. Except with cherries and chocolate chips.
So there's exceptions. Then I could actually probably bake.
Yeah. I think that's why you struggle with baking, because cooking is so creative. You don't have to follow a recipe. You just like fling things in and like you're like an artist.
Except for the sourdough where I'm making Mabel, you know.
Yeah. So it's just that. Yeah. Okay, so let's get going. So first of all, you do the dry ingredients. We have 200 grams of self-raising flour. You can make it gluten-free if you want. That way it will be a gluten-free cake, but
and it doesn't matter.
I don't.
If it's gluten-free flour or not.
No, I mean, I'm not a scientist, but not to me. So 200 grams flour, 150 grams of ground almonds. I don't know if this will sieve very well.
It won't sieve.
It won't sieve. Let's not do that. What about the sugar?
Sugar probably won't sieve either.
200 grams of coconut sugar. I want to give it a go, though. I think it will. I think it'll be fine. And then, baking powder.
That's baking powder. We have to measure that.
A tablespoon of baking powder. And this one is very important to sieve it because a teaspoon of baking powder is important to sieve this one so that it goes throughout the whole.
I wrote it down here for us because she sent it to me, and I had a job to get all the ingredients and make sure that I could have everything for you ready.
Yep. So I'm just going to sieve them all and see.
So all the dried ingredients into one thing.
Exactly. Yes.
Do you want a spoon to turn that around?
Not yet.
You like that?
In a minute, but like we're going to have to put the ground almonds in.
Awesome.
Yeah. So how's your day?
My day has been going amazing. We've been I've been working out with these guys here, and we've been filming a bunch of different episodes for the Wicked Kitchen, and it's been an amazing day and week. You know, one thing, just to give the audience a clue, I met Evanna on her podcast called ChickPeeps, right?
ChickPeeps.
The ChickPeeps,
yeah.
Sorry. And you can find that right here.
But yeah, we're doing season 2, and it's like definitely a passion project. It's something that we do because we want to like educate ourselves, because we all found that when we went vegan, there was this expectation to be perfect at it right away. Like you can't just start eating tofu and quinoa. You also have to change your wardrobe and your clothes, your makeup and everything. And so it just like, it felt like a lot of pressure, and I was like, it shouldn't be that. It's not about that. We're not doing it to impress people or to get into vegan heaven or anything. We're just doing it to help animals, which hopefully by default gets you into vegan heaven. You know what? I think the coconut sugar has stopped sieving.
You want me to
So
shake that a little
I'm
bit? Oh, you're just
gonna-
gonna smash it in there. Good for you.
Whack it
That's
in
what I
there.
would do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this over here. I'll be the cleaner upper. I'm really good at cleaning up.
Fabulous. That's my favorite way of cooking. And then we're going to put all the ground almonds in. Are ground almonds healthy for you?
It's just almonds that are ground, so I would
Right.
imagine there is a certain nut content nut content. Yeah,
Fat
in
content.
myself too. Fat content in nuts.
Yep.
So there's that to consider.
But it's healthy fats.
It's
But
healthy
also, this
fats.
isn't a healthy cake, okay?
No,
The thing is,
you're
if you're
right,
going to
with
make
the sugar.
cake, why would you make a healthy cake? Like, if you're going to eat healthy, just eat your greens and vegetables and all the things you've been making.
This is more.
But if you're going to have cake, for goodness sake.
Yeah. I mean, this looks pretty easy.
This is, you just want to make sure it's all mixed, as I say. The baking powder's in there and just want it to be evenly distributed and no sugar lumps. Yeah.
No sugar lumps.
Yeah. I feel like you should be.
Can I do this while you do the wet?
Yeah, you do that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
then we blend the liquid ingredients separately. So this is 120 milliliters of coconut oil
Yep.
melted. So you have to melt it.
Melted, yep.
How do you melt it?
I didn't have a there's no microwave here, so I just did it on the stove top.
Okay.
And it got a little warm, so I chilled it just a little bit in the refrigerator.
Yeah, be careful
Refrigerator,
with that.
cooler, chiller, whatever you guys call them.
Yeah. And then this is 300 milliliters of soy milk.
Unsweetened even.
Unsweetened?
Unsweetened soy milk.
Is it's supposed to be unsweetened?
Yeah, it just says soy milk, so I tend to always buy unsweetened. It'll be good because there's
Okay.
plenty of
Well,
sugar
there's loads
in
of
this.
sugar, yeah. I don't think it really matters. I think also it doesn't really matter. You can use other types of plant milk like almond milk
Do you
and
need a whisk?
cashew milk. Maybe, but I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay.
So there's that. And then this is apple cider vinegar. Is this measured out?
No, it's not measured out. So
Okay.
hold on.
So
each,
a tablespoon?
apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon.
Tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Ooh,
That's funny.
that's about it, isn't it?
And then
And then
soy milk.
2 teaspoons.
Yep.
2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, but you can also use almond essence.
And
I think you're supposed to use almond essence, but I like the flavor
that's
of vanilla.
teaspoon.
Yeah. So depending on your preference, I don't know. 2 teaspoons of this might be a bit much. I'm gonna do one in a bit.
2 teaspoons.
Yeah. Okay. And then, yes,
200
do you have
grams
a
of-
whisk?
I do. Let me get you one.
Looking very satisfactory here. Great. And
Good.
then, yeah, blend that together. So both of those have been mixed separately. Great. You don't need to you can use a fork or just a spoon or whatever. Okay, so now what you want to do is create a little well in your dry ingredients. And then you're going
Cool.
to start pouring. You're not going to do it all at once, just do it bit by bit. So, and then you stir a little bit. Awesome.
It looks like when I was making sandcastles on the beach, what the sand would look like when I mixed it with the water. Hey, it
When
just
did
looks
you
like
last
it.
make sandcastles?
Come on, I make sandcastles anytime I can possibly go to the ocean.
Good for you, connecting to your inner child. Okay, I'm gonna trust you with pouring
Okay.
as I'm
you're gonna
mixing.
Make
But good strong pour, because otherwise it goes down the side.
Okay.
Okay,
How's that?
thank you.
Good. Strong pour. Okay, I'm learning. I would normally
Okay.
say that if I was gonna have a beer.
Okay,
Well, that looks good. It smells good already.
yeah, it does. All right, another one, I think. Okay,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a
bit
strong
too
pour.
eager.
I'm happy to mix if you need me to.
Kind of like this bit, and I'm also saving the pouring cherries for you because that's the
Okay.
most fun
Let's move
bit.
it up
So
here a little bit.
I'm gonna let you have it.
It's, now it's starting to look like almond butter.
It does actually, yeah. But it won't taste like that.
Oh, but it smells good. This
Okay,
smells
you
good
can
too.
pour the last bit.
You want the rest of it
Yeah,
in?
all of it.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet.
And
I'm just
then-
gonna throw this over.
Ooh,
See?
that was not meant to happen.
What happened? Oh,
Nothing.
I'm gonna put this over
Okay.
in the sink.
So obviously be careful when you're whipping it. Maybe have a giant bowl. And yeah, just gently fold it in. That's always what the recipes say, isn't it?
Yeah, to be gentle.
Gently fold it in. Yeah.
Do we need to grease
Yes, that
this?
needs to be greased and lined.
Lined with what?
With parchment.
Parchment paper.
Yeah.
Do you want, what do you grease it with? Do you want me to use the coconut oil that I had?
Well, obviously something vegan, because it would defeat the purpose if you're going to go get cows.
The coconut?
Butter.
You know I'm not going to get the cows. Let me grab the coconut oil we have.
Okay, I think that's all mixed. Like, you just want to make sure that there's no little secret pockets of flour and stuff, because that happens. So you just want to, like, sometimes I check here and there's no flour there. So we're good, I think, with this.
Do you want me to do this and then put the parchment on it?
Yes, please. Okay. Yeah. That is the boring bit. That was always the bit that, like, when I was baking with my mom, she would do that.
Oh, so I'm like your mom.
Yeah. So this is the best bit. As I say, the recipe said 200 grams of cherries. Forget that. Just put in as many cherries as you can.
So these are each 200 grams, just so we know.
So start with that and
so
just
this is the
hurl
half.
it in.
So I bought 2 kinds. One's halves, one's whole.
Okay.
Did you say hurl it in?
Just yeah. Oh, I get so excited. But yeah, like that's
You're
not
like me with mushrooms when you're making cake. You should have watched me make these mushroom videos.
Yeah, that's true. Cherries are kind of my mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want those in there too?
I think do it bit by bit.
You
if
want
it
to save
starts
some
to look
to
like
eat while they're baking?
if it starts to look like too much, I will hold back. But I just like, a good slice that has like, sometimes if you just do the 200 grams, it only has like 2 cherries. That's not a cherry cake. That's a cherry suggestion. So,
it's good. Sorry, I took a taste of it already.
Of what? The cake?
The
you liked it?
I like to eat the dough.
Okay.
I mean, when I was a kid, I would just eat most of the...
What do you think? Should we put the rest?
I'm a big fan of cherries,
do
yeah.
it. Let's get crazy. Okay.
Good. Awesome.
Amazing.
Then we're gonna need parchment paper.
Okay.
So with the parchment, am I just cutting around, or
Yeah.
you don't need the sides then?
My mom does the sides,
So the whole...
I don't know if you really do. I kind of can't believe we put 400 grams of cherries in here.
I kind of
just
can't
feel like
believe
such a
I'm
rebel.
baking a cake with Evanna Lynch. Do we do this? Do we save this?
Why don't you turn that into the sides of this?
Sounds good to me.
Who ever taught you how to grease a cake tin?
Well, we don't just throw it on the table. We gotta put it back in. All right, so this is the side. Come on, right here. Hey, right here.
You just don't want it to go like too much higher than the cake tin, because then it could like light on fire. Not a good idea in the oven. Great.
Cool. Is that enough?
That's fine. It doesn't perfectly fit, but it's fine. We're not going to sell it in Tesco or anything, right?
We're going to eat it though.
I mean, if you do, I want a cut. Okay. Yeah, and then you just slop it in there.
I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen anybody make a cake in person,
Aww.
so
That's
I
sad.
appreciate this. I know,
There you
right?
go.
I'm just used to cooking the savory. Thanks. Oh, yeah, I'll be right back.
Yes, that is the cake. Sometimes I like to do this a bit because it gets a bit like, I don't know how to describe this, drippy on top. So just like, yeah, shake it. And that will go in the oven. And the oven is 180 degrees Fahrenheit, right?
It's 180 degrees Celsius. Which is what in Fahrenheit for our US friends? Do you remember?
350
and
something like that. I'll just Google it. I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll show all of that information right here.
And you put it in the oven for 45 minutes.
Top oven. We don't need this anymore?
Don't need it.
So we got, what, how long do we got? 45 minutes?
45 minutes.
So you guys, we're gonna put the timer on and we're gonna have a conversation and we'll be back in a little bit to pull out the cake and finish the icing.
Are we gonna
for
make
the top.
the icing?
We're gonna make the icing.
Oh yeah.
But let's do that when we get closer.
Great.
You cool? All right, so we'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, we are back. It's almost been 40 minutes. We said 45 minutes, right, total? So I'm gonna check the cake in a minute, but before we do that, please show me how to make the icing, the topping for the cake.
And before we do, I will just say, it's a better idea to wait till the cake is cool to do the icing.
Of course.
Because if you pour the icing onto the cake when it's hot, it just like kind of melts and It's still tasty, but it doesn't look as good.
Okay, but we'll just have it ready and we can do that afterwards.
So icing sugar, I kind of don't be too fussy about like the quantities here. Maybe like a cup and a half.
I didn't measure, I just dumped it in there.
Exactly, perfect.
No?
But it is very important to sieve the icing sugar. I think we're probably going to need a bit more than that.
You want more than that?
Yes, please.
Let me fill that up for you.
No, maybe we have enough. I wouldn't put all that. I'm just going to put a little bit more. It's good though, like if you taste the air right now, I mean it's probably icing sugar in your lungs.
I don't know if I want to taste that.
Just do that. It's good.
That's a lot of sugar.
In your...
Yeah, probably. I have a lot of
okay, you know what? That is a lot. That's enough. There we go. And then lemon. So lemon juice. I don't know. Lemon icing is just kind of good on everything. With the liquid, you have to be like quite sparing because it can go awry very quickly. Like if you put too much liquid, it just doesn't. It's no good. So I'll let you do this. So you're just gonna squeeze some lemon juice in,
so
like about a tablespoon.
I don't want the seeds going in it. That's why I use the sieve. So a little chef trick.
Very crafty.
Okay, because you were asking for a lemon. What'd you call it?
Lemon squeezer.
A lemon squeezer. That's my hand. But I use this to coat. How much do you want? All of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so all of it, and then it catches the seeds, so you don't have to worry about it. And you can really squeeze it.
Perfect. That's enough.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Okay. And then maybe as a tiny little bit of soy milk, probably like a tablespoon. That's enough. Okay. Let's not get crazy. And then we're just going. I think we have too much liquid. I think we've done it too much, but. You're just going to...
You're just making icing.
Making icing. So you're just going to get all the dry icing sugar and mix it. We have too much liquid in this.
Do you want to add more sugar?
Yeah.
That way at least we have the icing, right?
Yeah, so guys, maybe only put like a teaspoon of lemon juice. Probably better. That's good, yeah.
More?
You're not sieving it. Oh my god, we broke all the rules for this icing.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I think you're going to need more than that too.
I think we are.
Good
no.
Good thing there's two of us doing this.
But like, you just don't have to be fussy with icing, because as I say, it tastes good anyway. You see those little lumpy things?
Those little lumps. Let me see. So this is what I would do in my kitchen. You want to taste that?
No.
To make sure it's sweet? Okay, but I don't want it to drip. Alright, so I'll just make sure I get it all.
Ooh.
That's entertaining. So it tends to break up more this way.
That's great.
This is incorporating the whole chefdom into the bakedom.
Yeah.
Right? Do you want more in there though? Do you want it to be a little bit?
It's like somebody taught you how to cook or something.
Do you want more than that? Like, do you want it to be thicker?
That is very drippy, isn't it?
Yeah, let me get some more. Let me get a little bit more for you. Hold on.
So as you can see by all the mistakes we just made, the liquids can just kind of dominate. You just need a little tiny bit, like a teaspoon. I haven't made this in a while, so
no, I'm just gonna have that.
Forgive me. Oh,
did I do it again?
Okay. Oh, now see now how it's clumping together? That's nicer. That's more like it.
A little bit of gumption in there.
Okay.
Perfect. See, and now it gets silky.
I already worked out today.
You did?
Yeah.
Looks great. Yeah, it feels like cornstarch and water when you add a little bit. Do you know what that is like?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you could probably follow an icing recipe, but I kind of like this intuitive approach.
Yeah,
of just
nice,
like
right?
feeling it out and seeing how much.
Cool.
And then you've got leftover icing sugar. Always a plus.
Well, I think the cake is going to be ready. Let me check.
Great. Okay. Oh, it smells so good.
If you want to test it with a skewer.
Sunbathe in here. That smells so good.
It does smell good. It looks like a nice smiley face. We got a nice little crack on there. So what do you do now? You let it cool?
You want to check if it's done? Yeah, it's meant to be gooey because it's,
So what's the next process? Let it sit.
Yeah, you're supposed to cool it off. This bit is always the hardest part of making the cake. You're supposed to let it cool so you don't burn your mouth.
Because you want to eat it right away.
Yes, I sometimes go sit in the garden because it's England, so it's always cold. I sit with the cake. for it to get
outside.
a bit cold. Yes.
It is kind of cold outside. We could go bring it outside, but I don't think we'll do it for the show.
And just don't do it. Just don't go out. Just don't bring it outside and leave it, because cats like it too.
So when it's all cool, you would ice it, right?
Yeah, but first you have to take it out of the tin. Even though we have lined the tin, it's just good to like kind of, what do you say? Like ease the cake away from the sides to make sure it doesn't stick.
Yep.
And just be very careful when you do that. Yeah, that looks nice. And then
it's hot. It's a little hot, but
na-na.
awesome. Looks awesome.
Yeah,
Look at
looks
that.
neat. Pretty.
We did it. Or you did it.
We did it.
No, you did this. This is awesome.
Is this your first official cake you've made? That can't
I mean,
be true.
It might be my first official one without from a box.
That's so funny. That's so. When I lived in America, every time I would be like, "I made a cake," they'd be like from a box? Like, no, blasphemy! How dare you insinuate that I would use a box?
Well,
It's so easy, isn't it?
it was super simple. I
So you'd have confidence to make it again.
I think I can make it again.
Oh, and then a way to get so that little tin off the bottom.
Here, let's do this.
Do you have a plate? Yeah.
Yeah, let's put it on the plate and then let's I want you to garnish it even. I want you to ice it and just do
Even
it so we
though
can
it's-
get the.
Yeah. So what I do, because we need to get that metal thing off.
You want me to do it? Yeah. You want me to help you?
Oh, dude, that's clever. Do that, do that, do that. Oh my
Ready? Oh,
gosh.
that's hot.
That I never knew that trick. And then you have to
Yeah.
peel this thing off. And you might want to use, where's that knife gone?
The lift. What'd you call it?
Knife.
A knife.
So you might want to use the knife again just to like, yeah, ease again so that, because sometimes if you pull this off too quickly,
It'll
like
rip
half
the
the
whole
cake
thing.
comes
Yeah,
off. Yeah.
especially because it's hot and it hasn't like pulled away from it.
Yeah.
yet.
I
I
mean,
mean, we could just flip it over and garnish the top of it.
we could, but we are perfectionists here. It's a professional cooking channel, so we're not gonna cut any corners. Hey,
Oh, look at that. Awesome. Here, I got it.
Fabulous.
It's hot.
And then do that.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks
Oh,
fantastic.
doesn't it? Look, just enough cherries.
Sure, sorry, I'm just like, I gotta like,
But this is the bottom of the cake, you know.
I know.
So how do you flip it back?
Do you want to flip it back? So we're
Yes.
gonna use a different plate.
Oh, wow.
Watch. You like the color black?
Yeah,
It'll pop
uh-huh.
on that black, right?
Oh my gosh, I love this trick.
You want to do it?
Yeah. Okay. Woo.
You got it?
Oh, that's
You got it.
snazzy.
There you go.
So
Even though it's hot, it's
it is
okay.
too hot for icing,
Because we
but-
don't have time to stand around for an hour. I mean, I would love
No.
to, obviously. We'll chat some more, but
Okay. Oh, this was not a good idea. So then, yeah, you just take the bowl of icing and you just pour it onto the center of the cake. And just, you know, it does what it wants here.
so that's a lot of icing.
It's probably a bit too much icing.
But you know,
Yeah, so you do that and then just spread it a little bit. Oh, do you know what? It's not working out too badly here.
no, it looks good.
And I think I'm gonna use all the icing. Yeah, and it should start to just like drip down the sides, which is good. But it's not the kind of cake where you want to cover the whole thing. It's just
No.
like the icing is just nice garnishing. And then yeah, for the flaked almonds, I don't know, what do you want to do?
That looks great. That looks
Do
great.
you want to
Evie.
do it in the middle?
However you want to do it. I want you to do, this is your cake. This is Evie's
Okay.
vegan cherry cake. So that looks really nice.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah. This was just in the fridge for like 30 minutes. We took a break. And this is where it is now. So can we eat it now?
We can. Okay, great. Yeah, that is a hefty slice. Oh, look
Oh,
at that,
man, look
delicious.
at that.
Oh,
Flip it on the
don't want
side.
to lose those cherries.
Dang.
Oh my god.
Maybe for this next one, just put it flat so we can take a nice picture. But I want everybody to see how amazing this is. You guys get a nice shot of this. I'll just take this.
We
one.
definitely put too many
myself?
cherries.
Can I try this? Do you want to try this one too?
90% cherries.
Do you want to try this one while
No,
they're
that's your piece.
here?
Oh, thanks. That's your piece.
Oh, you're gonna you get that one. You're right. There's a ton of cherries in here, but
Yeah,
holy
probably
crap.
too many.
I think this is amazing. Evanna, I'm so happy that you came on and we got to make this cake because I feel like I learned something and I feel like I could actually do this on my own.
That was
Guys,
fun.
check this cake out. Super good. Desserts, there's a whole world of vegan goodness out there.
Yeah, and all the cakes that you liked and used to eat before you were vegan that you miss, you can just like substitute a few ingredients. It's all very possible. Good work.
High five.
You are now officially a baker.
All right, do you want to do that? Our closing? You guys, thank you very much for joining this episode of Wicked Kitchen. Thank you very much to Evanna Lynch.
Thank you,
And don't forget to subscribe, check out all the episodes, and check out ChickPeeps podcast when it comes out. Link is going to be right here. And her new project, the Kinder Beauty Box. Link is right here. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah, so cameras
Cool.
are rolling.
Hang on, sorry.
Oh, we gotta wait
Oh.
for these guys. And your role in Star Wars when I talk about that.
Yeah, great.